drama. Let's start it off the bat.
Coming in hot.
Yeah, some drama. So, guys, it seems like Blade will never ever be made. And that's pretty much it. We don't got anything else to talk about.
It's right now we're stuck at the point where the only quote unquote appearance by Blade is an off-camera vocal cameo. What movie was that? That in the after credits scene that
the Eternals. Yeah.
Like is right now if that's the direction that they're stuck in, this movie never being made, then that's a shame. Because this character has so much potential to deliver such a great movie.
Well, let's run it down, right? We've gone through 3 different writers, 2 different directors. What else? At least the star is the same, but he's 5 years older since the last time.
I mean, the actors we lost, one of them I think is pretty significant, like Delroy Lindo, who's like very, very esteemed actor in my opinion. So like that was a big loss. So it's just like, you know, and we've heard that like Mahershala Ali has had tried to take like, you know, creative control of this movie. He feels, you know, very passionately about it. We know that. I can imagine him, you know, and others being very frustrated that this just can't get off the damn ground. It's been ongoing since 2019, and you know, like you said, we got like a little something in, you know, an off-camera voice clip in Eternals in that post-credit scene, but since then it's just been dead quiet, and everything we've been hearing from the back end has just been about, you know, everything falling apart. So and we even got his lawyer, Mahershala Ali's lawyer, is even expressing frustration, you know, which isn't a good sign in my opinion. But.
Right, but you have to understand why, and the reasoning why is because he's losing work. He hasn't, like, his schedule has to be able to what's the word?
Accommodate other movies,
right? And him being in the pause right now because of Marvel causes him to be like, hey, I'm losing millions upon millions of dollars. So what do we do from here?
At what point is enough for him?
Right.
Unless he's, you know, bound by contract with Marvel Studios. But you have to wonder, with the different multiple writers and multiple directors, like, is it a conflict with the studio's vision? Is it conflict with the lead actor's vision? Like, you know, the only information we're getting is that it's stuck in developmental hell, and it just who's leaving the movie.
Well, the thing is too, like we had like right before we heard like those few days ago last week that the director left, we were hearing things. I was just lost my train of thought for a sec, but like that they had just gotten like back on their feet with like the direction of where they were going to take the movie. Like they had gotten their writing direction down and all that. So I remember, you know, we were talking about that, and I was like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. And then like not even 2-3 weeks later, we get hit by news that the director left. And then a couple other actors are leaving. And then Hollywood Reporter is putting out a whole article about how this movie's falling apart. And it's like, you know, Marvel and Kevin Feige are trying hard to like rewrite the ship of the MCU in general. I get that. But, you know, you got to show, you know, you got to give the fandom and your actors and your crew members confidence in the movies that you're trying to, you know, bank on right now. So, yeah, they need to really take a look at this too and figure out a different direction quick, because I don't know how much longer they can keep going back and forth like this.
Mustafa Ali is gonna be like Thanos, and that after credit scene, he's like, okay, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, right. He's gonna shoot this in his backyard at this point.
I'm unsure if he has any history of directing himself, but
I don't think so.
But one thing that's interesting is if the Netflix universe is now under the Marvel Studios umbrella, how do we address that he played the character? You know, he played Cottonmouth on Luke Cage.
Right. They'll blow over that. It's first of all, we haven't even gotten a taste of Luke Cage in the MCU like we have with Daredevil, so I don't think they're worried about that at the moment.
I gotcha.
And his character's dead anyway, right? So
yeah,
it's not.
And then don't forget how many other people have played other characters in the MCU that have been, you know,
true. That another
like Michelle Yeoh, she played 2 roles.
Right.
And, yeah.
So what difference does it make? I just forget it. Just who cares who was on the show? I mean, look, like Johnny said, there's there's only so much we saw about Luke Cage in that TV series, right?
Right.
And most people have forgotten. It's almost a decade since it came out.
And in the season that he was only in a handful of episodes anyway.
Right. So it doesn't matter.
And the character of Mariah, who that killed him off in the series, she ended up playing a different character. She had a small role in Civil War as
exactly.
well.
Yeah,
So what
there you
difference does
go.
it make? It doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, and speaking of that, sort of in semi-related news, like we've also heard rumors that the original Blade might be making a cameo in an upcoming movie, that Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yep.
So I think if they do that, there's no way that they're not gonna make like a fourth wall joke about.
Well, listen, Wesley Snipes already did do a joke on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, and he was like, "Lordy, lordy, lordy."
Yeah, and then
That's all
even
he
he
said.
has something to say about
Yeah.
it too, like this whole situation. So it's like it's becoming very, very public about how badly this movie's being treated behind the scenes. And like I said before, Kevin Feige or whoever at the top needs to really right the ship and give somebody some good news at a certain point, because they got to agree what they need to do with this movie.
Yeah, I totally agree. So the question goes out to you guys. What do you guys think? Do you guys feel like this movie is ever going to get out of developmental hell? Or are they just messing with us and they're going to have a trailer for San Diego Comic-Con at Hall H? Who knows? Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below.